right, the first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial here at Brownstown Speedway, 100 laps. The race originally scheduled to pay $3,000 to win. Larry Colley from Thrust Industries, sponsor of Tom Helfrich's 71 car, chips in another $3,000, so $6,000 to the winner tonight. So again, that dash won by Ray Gotze. He'll be on the pole. Outside will be 98, Dusty Chapman. Row 2 will be the 96. That'll be Don Hobbs. 89, Steve Barnett. Row 3 will be the 20th of Paul Schaefer. The 0 of Chris Patterson. Row 4 will be the 32 of Bob Pearson, driving Will Wagner's car number 8 tonight. Two-time Jackson 100 winner Russ Petro. Row 5, how about this? Jeff Purvis in 15 and Larry Moore in 14. Row 6, it'll be Eddie Carrier in the 155, Tom Helfrich in the 71. And you have Paul Crockett, Billy Moyer, Larry Phillips, Kenny Brightbill, Jack Boggs, Dick Potts, all out there ready to go. So the 4 fastest qualifiers, all 4 regulars here at Brownstown Speedway. So that's very impressive when you have a field that we have here tonight for this Kenny Simpson Memorial Race, 100 laps in length. A pair of Bedford, Indiana drivers. That is where Kenny Simpson hailed from. The front row tonight, Ray Gotze and Dusty Chapman. Dusty Chapman, his father, Bill Chapman, was a car owner for Kenny Simpson for several years. They are on the front row here tonight. A pair of Rayburn chassis cars. Of course, Chapman in that familiar Ford-powered car. Number 98, Don Hobbs in the 96 car, the Dalt Racing team that Kenny Simpson drove for in 1984. Of course, before that, he drove for him on a couple of other occasions for a couple of years there. Did Kenny Simpson. Gotze, Chapman, Hobbs, and Steve Barnett. There's Paul Schaefer, a regular here at Brownstown the last couple of years in the 20th car. Schaefer drives 3.5 hours every Saturday night to run here at Brownstown Speedway. Chris Patterson looking for his first win here, and then you have Bob Pierce in the Royal Pipe and Supply 32. So the green is underway, the 100 lap, first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial Race underway here at Brownstown Speedway. As they come out of turn 4, and Ray Gotze will have the lead in the King car. Chapman runs in second in the 98. Steve Barnett at 89. Russ Petro again in the Will Wagner car number 8 this weekend. With a 2-time Jackson 100 winner, there's Russ Petro in the 8 car. The 15 of Jeff Purvis. Battling it out there. Purvis, the winner of the Hoosier Dirt Classic here last year, and his first time at Brownstown. Schaefer in the 20th. And there's been 6 races held so far this year at Brownstown with 5 different winners. Roger Long, the only 2-time winner this year. Ray Gotze, Steve Barnett, Kevin Claycomb, and Dusty Chapman have all won here at the hallowed grounds of the Jackson County Fairgrounds. There's the battle of the 96 at Hobbs. The 8 out of Steve Barnett. They're side by side out of turn 4. Hobbs on the bottom. Don Hobbs in his 32nd year of racing. His first year driving for Gene Dalton. What a year Kenny Simpson had here in 1984. He won the points here at Brownstown. He also won at Scottsburg, Indiana. He won the Jackson 100, a career best payday. There's Paul Crockett, the winner of the Jackson 181. Kenny Simpson, the win last year, 7,000 of the Jackson 100. He made the World 100 at Eldora. He made the Dirt Track World Championship at Pennsboro. And unfortunately passed away at age 48 last December of a heart attack. And this race honoring him here tonight at Brownstown Speedway as Ray Gotze shows the way. And we've got to spin in turn 4. Are you serious? Jeff Purvis and Larry Moore involved. The 2 drivers that started in row number 5 get together down in turn 4, and they'll both have to go to the back. Wow. So 6 laps in the books here tonight. Their first caution of the race. So Purvis and Moore to the back. Jeff Purvis, the reigning World 100 winner in 1984, and Larry Moore in the Malkut 14. He'll have to go to the back. Again, $6,000 to the winner here tonight. And again, thanks to Larry Coley of Thrust Industries, sponsor there on the 71 of Tom Helfrich's car. $3,000 on top of Roger Williams putting up $3,000 to win this race. The first Kenny Simpson Memorial. An emotional night for all the drivers here, the fans as well. Kenny Simpson, the 1971, and again last year winning the points here at Brownstown Speedway. Started his career in 1963 in a super modified at Bloomington Speedway. By the way, Ray Gotze and Kenny Simpson both started racing in 1963. Simpson in the precursor to the sprint cars and the super modifieds. Gotze in a stock car in Mitchell, Indiana. Ray Gotze, two-time All-Star Circuit of Champion point titleist in 81 and 83. The 82 track champion. There you see Larry Phillips, the Springfield, Missouri driver. So again, Moore and Purvis waiting to get them to the tail. 6 laps in the books here tonight. The first Kenny Simpson Memorial race, and Ray Gotze is your leader. Dusty Chapman runs in second. Don Hobbs, the fast qualifier here for this race in the 96 car. All right, we'll get them in line, ready to go. It'll be single file on the restart. Waiting to get Larry Moore to the back as Larry Phillips, Tom Helfrich move around him. So how about that? Jeff Purvis and Larry Moore here, 6 laps in the race. Your 9th and 10th place starters are going to have to go to the back. There's Jack Boggs in the B4. Billy Moyer started outside row 8 alongside Paul Crockett in 25. So far this year in the Star Series, 6 races ran, 5 different winners. Larry Moore is the only driver that's won more than once. They started at Volusia County in Florida back in February. Billy Moyer, Purvis, Freddie Smith, and Larry Moore won twice there. And then Rodney Franklin won at Hagerstown. Brownstown, 5 of 6 different winners. Stars, 5 of 6 winners. Dusty Chapman won back here in May the 4th. Gotze won the opening race of 1985 back in April. Rick Haven on the flag stand. And then single file order be ready to go. Your heat race winners here tonight, by the way, were Paul Schaefer, Chris Patterson, Bob Pierce, and Russ Petro in the B mains went to Roger Long and Darrell Herbert. Gotze won the dash. Again, Hobbs was fast time. Here we go. Back underway. We start lap 7. No. Got to stay in single file. And Don Hobbs in the 96 car got bunched up there. Your 3rd place car in the Dalton Racing 96 in trouble. So Don Hobbs getting a little work on the inside, and he'll have to go to the back. So a tough break for the veteran out of Bloomington, Indiana. Your fast qualifier here tonight started in 3rd, and he'll have to go to the back as we go back green between Gotze and Chapman here in the first Kenny Simpson Memorial race. Here you see Pierce working the top side of that. Bill Sloan, Royal Pipe and Supply 32. Schaefer on the bottom in the 20th. Paul Schaefer, now a regular here at Brownstown Speedway in the point hunt here in 1985. And Pierce slips off the track. And Bob Pierce coming out of turn 4 slipped off the banking, and he'll lose several spots in 32. As we stay green, Gotze will lead him into 1. Dusty Chapman runs in 2nd in 98. Russ Petro running the top in the 8 car. Then it's Schaefer in the 20th. So a tough break for Bob Pierce. He'll try to have to work his way back up in there. See the battle there between Tommy Helfrich and Kenny Brightbill in 19. There's Pierce in 32 trying to regain some more spots. Right in front of the 75 of Larry Phillips. There's 89, Steve Barnett. He was your 2nd fastest qualifier here tonight, and he started in 4th. Chapman in the 98. You see Petro on the outside of the 8. Ray Gotze continues to show the way in the King's distributor, Rayburn. There's Bob Pierce, works the outside in 32. So Pierce in 32 Lost several spots there on the restart, and right now trying to work his way back up through there in 32. In this first Kenny Simpson Memorial race here at Brownstown Speedway. Ray Gotze continues to show the way in the King car. Dusty Chapman runs in second. Then it's Petro, Schaefer in the 20th. Roger Long, by the way, in the 36 car. He won one of the consies here tonight. He's trying to work his way up through there. He's the only two-time winner here at Brownstown this year, and he's in a Bill West car. Battle there for position here at Brownstown. Chief starter Rick Haven looks on as they head down the back straightaway. One caution here with 6 laps in for Purvis and Moult. We've gone green ever since. Ray Gotze continues to show the way here. Ray Gotze and Jeff Purvis, that great battle last year in the Hoosier Classic, with Purvis coming out with the win over Gotze. Right now, Gotze stretched it out about a half a straightaway lead down the back straightaway. In this race, 100 laps here tonight. $6,000 on the line. There's Larry Moore. Final car on the lead lap as he and Purvis had to go to the back. Purvis trying to work his way up through there in car 15. Larry Phillips and Jeff Purvis working their way up through there in 75 and 15. There's Chapman in second, Petro, Schaefer in the 20th. And driving for veteran car owner Will Wagner is Russ Petro in that white number 8. Meanwhile, Pierce working the outside down the back straightaway behind Barnett. There's Dick Potts at the bottom at 92, the Morocco, Indiana veteran. But Bob Pierce has picked up the momentum up top in 32 as he works down the main straightaway. One caution so far in this race. Bob Pierce on the outside has it going on right now in the 32 car. Working his way back up. Still plenty of time for the Illinois veteran. Out at turn number 2, that it's Barnett, Potts, Billy Moyer there. You see him in the black number 21. Moyer started on the outside of row number 8 in the 16th starting spot. Purvis in 15 trying to come back through there. Good battle there from about, 7th or 8th to about 15th here tonight. Gotze still leads in the King car. Ray Gotze, there he is down the back straightaway in the K1. The 82 track champion. He's won the All-Star Circuit of Champion points again in 1981 and 83. Started racing at Brownstown on a regular basis in 1967. That was the first year he won a race here. Was that year. Right now continues to lead. Dusty Chapman runs in second in 98. Petro, Schaefer. There's Bob Pierce trying to work his way back up into the top 5 in 32. He's got a clear track in front of him. Bob Pierce turning some of the fastest laps here in this race. Long green flag stretch of racing right now. Gotze will start to get into some traffic here in a little bit. There's Hobbs in 96, Helfrich in 71, Patterson at the 0. They're 3 wide back here for position. Hobbs on the bottom, Patterson in the middle, Helfrich up top in 71. Give big thanks to Tom Helfrich's main sponsor, Thrust Industries, Larry Coley, chipping in an extra $3,000 to win. Here tonight on top of the $3,000 win purse already announced, $6,000 the winner. There's more. Larry Moore about to go a lap down in the 14 car. After that incident on lap number 6, there's Dusty Chapman now trying to catch him in heavy traffic down the back straightaway. 22 in the books. Right now, Ray Gotze showing the way. In the King car, out at 2. Larry Moore, a lap down between first and second. 98, Dusty Chapman runs in second. Talk about the Chapman and Simpson family, long-time family friends. Bill Chapman, Kenny Simpson, best of friends. As they head down the back straightaway, Dusty Chapman came here as a young teenage phenom driving in 1976 in a 65 Ford Mustang, and he won in the old Hobby Stock division. went late model racing in 1979, and he won then. Been a regular here at Brownstown ever since, and right now, it's the Bedford, Indiana drivers going at it here. Ray Gotze and Dusty Chapman out of turn 4. Kenny Simpson was one of Dusty Chapman, if not the racing hero, growing up for the youngster. By the way, Kenny Simpson, who started racing Mitchell in 1963, Dusty Chapman was 3 years old when that happened. And now Chapman works the inside as Chapman has gotten around Larry Moore as well. And it's Gotze and Chapman battling for the lead here in the first Kenny Simpson Memorial. Boy, wouldn't this be something? Bedford, Indiana represented first and second. Paul Schaefer's climbed to third in the 20th. And the veteran Ray Gotze in turn number 3. Chapman all over him. In traffic into turn number 1. Dusty Chapman, the Ford Power 98. Took a shot there at the K1, keeping it cool, still a long way to go. The veteran Ray Gotze. 46 years old. Dusty Chapman, 24 years old, right there battling in the Kenny Simpson Memorial. Paul Schaefer out of turn number 2 now. He'll close on the top 2. Here comes Schaefer. Paul Schaefer out of Portage, Indiana in his Rayburn car. They're the top 3. Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer. Roger Long, by the way, trying to climb up there in 4th. Billy Moyer on the move as well. He'll battle Bob Pierce back here. There's a battle right there. Schaefer to the outside and Chapman to go door to door. The 2 Brownstown regulars. And Dusty Chapman still has second spot. How about this? The Brownstown regulars dominating here tonight on their home turf. Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer, the top 3. Out of turn 4 down the main straightaway. Nice payday on the line of this 100 lap first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial Race. 1985. It's still Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer off at turn 4. Long green flag stretch of racing here tonight. Battle back here. Roger Long in 36, Bob Pearson 32 behind the 21 of Billy Moyer. Then it's Petro at 8. There's Paul Crockett in 25. Got that big win here in 81, driving for the Dalton Racing Team, the Jackson 100. And right now, Ray Gotze, Dusty Chapman, and Paul Schaefer, the top 3. Biding their time out of turn 4 as they're in heavy traffic now down the main straightaway. Out of turn number 2. Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer continue to run that way. Boy, Ray Gotze, what a run here a year ago in the Hoosier Classic. Made it tough on Jeff Purvis. Purvis led all 100 laps to win caution free. Gotze had a couple of chances to pull even, but never could clear him. And right now, trying to go to victory lane tonight in this Kenny Simpson Memorial Race. Gotze continues to lead. Now Schaefer trying to work now to the middle now as they come out of turn number 2. Chapman runs in second. Great crowd on in here tonight. Great field of cars to do battle to honor Kenny Simpson. As they go into turn 1, it's still a tight 3-car battle. Roger Long in 36 runs in 4th, and it's Billy Moyer and Bob Pierce. There's the battle there as they've cleared Larry Moore. Larry Moore still a lap down. And there's Pierce on the outside. The Royal Pipe and Supply 32 for Bill Sloan. Moyer behind them now. Good race developing there. Still not halfway through this race. It's still Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer, Long, Pierce, Moyer. Here at Brownstown. Down the back straightaway. Again, Billy Moyer started the outside of row number 8 alongside Paul Crockett, and he's trying to move to the outside now, trying to get around Larry Moore. There's Pierce. Good racing going on here tonight at Brownstown. Once we've gone green, only one caution has slowed him. And there's a tight 3-car battle for the lead now. Gotze gets away a little bit. And now Roger Long is closed in 36, and here comes 4th and 5th. As right now, Gotze still leads. He's led every lap so far tonight. Here's the battle down the back straightaway. Billy Moyer and Bob Pearson. Moyer a slip around Pierce. Around Larry Moore, who's a lap down in 14. I tell you what, it's getting hot and heavy up here. And right now, Billy Moyer, who started 16th on the move, and Bob Pierce on the outside. Gotze still leads Chapman and Schaefer and Long. There's the Boggs there in the B4. And he's about to go a lap down. Gotze, Chapman, Schaefer, Long, the top 4 all together here at Brownstown in the Kenny Simpson Memorial Race. A trio of Abrams in the Bill West race car for Roger Long. As they come out of turn number 2. There's the 155 of Eddie Carrier. He'll go a lap down to the Donnie House car. As they come out of turn 4, Gotze still showing the way. There's Roger Long, 2-time winner this year here at Brownstown, the only driver that's won more than once. We mentioned the other ones. They were Gotze, Kevin Claycomb, Steve Barnett, and Dusty Chapman. So a lot of experience here in 1985. Right now running up front, and it shows. Gotze still showing the way. Chapman took a stab on the bottom. Runs the berm. Dusty Chapman down the back straightaway, still holds the second spot. See Ray Gotze there, a little bit of that left front nose piece missing a little bit. Right now it's not affecting him at all. There's Paul Schaefer tight third. Roger Long close in 4th. Billy Moyer 5th. Bob Pierce runs in 6th. Ray Gotze down the main straightaway. Gotze's been out on the road there, of course, in 81 and 83, winning the All-Star Circuit of Champion point titles. Of course, he's been going to Australia for about 5 or 6 years as well in the off-season here in the United States. When it's summertime in Aussie land, as Gotze continues to lead out of 4, Chapman still is 2nd. 3rd remains Schaefer. 4th is Long in 36. Down the back straightaway, Schaefer goes to the outside, and Paul Schaefer making a move now, and Chapman in heavy traffic. Gotze and Chapman have been glued to that bottom, and now Schaefer trying to make the middle of the top work at 20th. Here comes Pierce in 32. Oh my goodness, it is getting good. Here's the battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Schaefer is clear, Chapman, and now Schaefer for the lead. Paul Schaefer on the outside. Ray Gotze threatened for the first time in this race. Down the straightaway. Ray Gotze still leading, and Ray Gotze and Paul Schaefer side by side for the lead of the Kenny Simpson Memorial, the King car in the 20th. Out at turn 4. Down the straightaway, Gotze right there. Chapman got a little sideways. Now Schaefer. Nice battle behind the 25 of Paul Crockett, the 3-time Brownstown track champion in his own 25. There's Bob Pierce. Bob Pierce runs in 5th in 32. He started back in 7th. The car that's passed the most cars so far has been the 21 of Billy Moyer. Gotze still out in front. So Bob Pierce, who had climbed inside the top 5 out of the Kenny Simpson Memorial race. 40 laps to go. Gotze, your leader in the King car. Schaefer, Chapman. Right now, Ray Gotze's led every lap so far. There's Roger Long. He runs in 4. Chapman is 3rd. Schaefer still in 2nd in the 20th. Billy Moyer up to 5th again in the 21 car. Started on the outside of the 8th row. There's the battle for 2nd. They're going to go side by side. Chapman on the bottom of Schaefer at turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. The 2 Brownstown regulars going at it now. Schaefer and Chapman. Gotze still leads, still heavy traffic. We've not had a caution since lap 6. And right now, Schaefer back to 3rd as Chapman around him. As they headed to turn number 3, Moyer closing in that 21 car. Gotze off at turn 4, still showing the way. Dusty Chapman, Paul Schaefer. Be a career win for either one of them. Ray Gotze continues to show the way. There's Larry Moore. He's a lap down. trying to get back inside the top 10 here in the 14 car. Purvis as well, working his way up through there in the 15 car. So is Kenny Brightbill, Mike Balzano. They run inside the top 10. There's Chapman in second still. Coming up here in a little bit on 30 laps to go. That's Russ Petro, who ran as high as third in this race, started in eighth in that Will Wagner car. He is slowing now on the racetrack. Petro stays out there as we stay green in this Kenny Simpson Memorial race. There you see Petro going into one, well off the pace. Ray Gotze continues to lead here in the first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial. Now behind the 96 of Don Hobbs of the Dalton Racing team entry. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Gotze. Here comes Chapman. He'll move to the inside rather. Of Hobbs, they go into turn number 1. Barnett in front of them. Steve Barnett still in the lead lap. Barnett was second fastest qualifier here tonight. Boggs in the B4. He's about to go a lap down. Jack Boggs in the Garland Flauher entry into turn 3. Gotze behind Barnett. Chapman trying to close there. You see the 98 car within striking distance. Chapman, Schaefer. There's Roger Long in 36. Billy Moore on the outside of him in 21. The top 5 right now in the same straightaway. As they come out of turn number 4, Ray Gotze. He's been in front since the drop of the green flag. He's only been slowed once. That was by a caution flag early on. And right now we're about to have a battle for the lead. Ray Gotze and Dusty Chapman down the back straightaway into turn number 3. We're coming up here on still more traffic for your leader. They get around the 89 of Barnett now. Steve Barnett. So the drivers who were the fastest qualifier, Don Hobbs, and the second fastest, Steve Barnett, in this race have gone a lap down. Gotze has lapped both of them. Now Schaefer to the outside at 20th. Paul Schaefer out at 2 down the back straightaway. He and Chapman battle out. Barnett in front of them. There's the 25 of Paul Crockett, the 3-time Brownstown track champion, the 81 Jackson 100 winner. And now into turn number 1, Gotze. And Gotze into the inside, and Gotze gets into the Ute tire. Your race leader in big trouble here in the King car with 76 laps scored. And Ray Gotze's dream of winning the Kenny Simpson Memorial is ended here, as it looks like he's got a left front tie rod damage on that King car. Unbelievable. And meanwhile, while all of this was going on, wow, Paul Schaefer's taking the lead, and Billy Moyer right now. And there's the battle for the lead right now. So Chapman is back to third. Unbelievable turn of events for Ray Gotze, your leader. He led the first 76 laps of this race, and right now he will not end up in victory lane here tonight. Heartbreak Hotel for the veteran out of Bedford, Indiana. Billy Moyer's going to take the lead. Billy Moyer takes the lead from 16th here tonight as he gets around Paul Schaefer. What a turn of events here in the last 25 laps of this race. Billy Moyer out in front. Paul Schaefer runs in second. Dusty Chapman is third. Roger Long runs in fourth in 36. Billy Moyer, the Batesville, Arkansas driver, a native of Des Moines, Iowa. Not a lot of laps here at Brownstown, but right now he's out in front. There's Jeff Purvis. Purvis has climbed back up in there from the tail. Larry Phillips running in front of him. So Phillips and Purvis, and again Purvis had to restart on the very back with Larry Moore after that first caution of the race. Dusty Chapman, there he is in the 98 car. Schaefer in second as they stretched it out between those. So a lot of distance between first and second, Moyer and Schaefer. And then Schaefer to Chapman in third. Roger Long still running in fourth place right now. Billy Moyer continues to lead in car 21. There's Larry Moore trying to get back a lap that he lost early on in this race. And Jeff Purvis fighting his way through. There's Don Hobbs, again, your overall fast qualifier here tonight. Roger Long in the hunt, two-time winner this year at Brownstown Speedway. He's in a Bill West Enterprises chassis car. There's Schaefer. There's Chapman. Coming up here. Less than 15 to go in this race. Billy Moyer still leads in 21. Battle for second there. Paul Schaefer in the 20th. Dusty Chapman at 98. Has their hopes of winning this Kenny Simpson Memorial race gone by the wayside. And Billy Moyer in trouble in 21. Billy Moyer up in smoke in 21. Pulls to the infield out of the race while leading. 11 laps to go, and Paul Schaefer is now out in front. An incredible last 25 laps here at Brownstown. Ray Gotze led. Got into a U-car, knocked him out of the race. Billy Moyer passed Paul Schaefer for the lead and was pulling away, and he's out of the race. Less than 10 to go. Paul Schaefer and Dusty Chapman. They're going to battle out. It looked like a few minutes ago, as I was getting ready to say, their hopes of winning this race had gone by the wayside because Moyer was building his lead, but Billy Moyer out of the race. Paul Schaefer and Dusty Chapman at a turn 4 as the laps wind down for $6,000. The first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial. Paul Schaefer started running here at Brownstown back in 1984. He and Kenny Simpson had some great races a year ago. Dusty Chapman, his father, Bill Chapman, and racing partners for many, many years with Kenny Simpson. And right now, down the back straightaway, Paul Schaefer and Dusty Chapman. Looks like it's going to be settled between those two here in the Kenny Simpson Memorial race. Larry Phillips has climbed up to third now as Phillips and Purvis have gotten around Roger Long. So Jeff Purvis has come up from the back. Larry Moore there still trying to get a top 10 finish here tonight. But right now, Paul Schaefer and Dusty Chapman, the two Brownstown Speedway regulars here in 1985, they are going to decide this race. A $6,000 payday on the line. Again, $3,000 offered by promoter Roger Williams. $3,000 from Larry Coley at Thrust Industries, Tom Helfrich sponsor. And it's Schaefer and Chapman to battle out as we are getting near the end of this first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial race. There it is right there, the battle. We pick them back up, the 20th of the 98 battle down the back straightaway. Can Dusty Chapman muster enough in that Ford-powered Rayburn to get around Schaefer? Here he comes out of 4. Both drivers. Hey, you can't beat this, folks. It's the way Kenny Simpson ran, hard and clean. Never touched a soul. And right now, Chapman on the bottom for the lead. Schaefer by half a car length into 1. Chapman, Schaefer down the back straightaway. They're side by side. Schaefer pulls out the car length. Chapman back on the inside. Oh, baby. This is what it's all about. Out of 4, and Dusty Chapman takes the lead. Lap 97, 3 to go. Folks, you can't script this any better than this. Hollywood could not come up with this ending. Dusty Chapman. 2 inside now. 3 to go, 2 to go. Chapman coming up. Chapman, Schaefer down the back straightaway. In the first Kenny Simpson Memorial. The crowd, it's a packed house here tonight. They're going crazy. There's the white flag. And Dusty Chapman out at turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. This is it. Schaefer, one more chance. A night that Dusty Chapman will never forget. The biggest win of his career. He wins the first annual Kenny Simpson Memorial race. He did it. Paul Schaefer will finish in third. Larry Phillips fourth. Larry Phillips third. Jeff Purvis from the tail fourth. Roger Long fifth. Kenny Brightbill sixth. Mike Balzano seventh. Eighth, Jack Boggs. Ninth, Larry Moore and Paul Crockett will finish out the top 10 here tonight. A storybook ending here tonight, as the Simpson family and Chapman family, tears of joy in victory lane here tonight.